And this is the last talk of the day and the only talk of session 3. So I'll introduce the topic. It is computation, formal versus inimitable. And the speaker is Shri Shushant Sharma, Bhaktivedanta Institute, Kolkata, India. I'll give a brief biodata of Sri Shushant Sharma ji. Shushant Sharma is a BTech graduate in computer science and engineering from IIT Guwahati. He has a rich experience of over 15 years as an IT professional, working with well-known organizations such as CATS Private Limited, TCS, Tech Mahindra, and Romeware. After his meeting with Dr. T.D. Singh in 2000, he developed a keen interest in the domain of synthesis of science and spirituality. Under the mentorship of Dr. Singh and his student, Sushant has been exploring the studies at the interface of foundations of computer science, mathematics, and consciousness, and consequently has been delivering many talks in various conferences, seminars, and workshops organized by Bhaktivedanta Institute. His study interests include foundations of set theory and computer science, Gödel's incompleteness theorems, and Vedanta. In 2016, he joined Bhaktivedanta Institute as a full-time scholar and dedicated member, and served in many crucial roles in various events and publications of Bhaktivedanta Institute. Currently, he is serving as Currently, he is serving as Director of Cognitive Studies and Fine Arts of Bhaktivedanta Institute, and also as the Director of Bhaktivedanta Institute Study Center at Kalyani. So, here is your speaker, Mr. Shushant Sharma. Sir,
thank you very much. Thank you. Om Gyantimirandasya Gyanajanshulakya Chakshurunvitam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So Shravan, everything is fine? Screen that screen? Those screens? And online audio? Okay. So I asked these questions to Shravan, not a computer. Right? But the funny thing is that I actually asked this question to a computer only. I asked this question to a computer, not a formal computer, because we all compute, right? Living entities compute and calculate. We all have been gifted with this wonderful faculty of computing, calculating, intelligence, intuition, and we have also been blessed with this faculty of trying to simulate our gifts in some varieties of ways. And this simulation, another nomenclature can comfortably be called as formalization, because we choose some forms to grasp our concepts, whichever are lingering in our spirit, in our consciousness. Okay, so yeah, next slide, please. So we are so much surrounded by these computers. We have been surrounded by these formal computers. Okay, so when I say computer, so now this AI, artificial intelligence, is also very much rampant. We all have been using artificial intelligence, right? On our phone, it can recognize our face and our so many things. I mean, you take a photo of this room, and the artificial intelligence is actually able to point out, this is a fan, this is a human face, and so on. This is how the artificial intelligence is so rampant. And so naturally a question asked, and you must have heard stories about how chess champions have been defeated by computers. Have you heard of Gary Kasparov was defeated? So naturally this question is triggered in our consciousness. Are computers really intelligent? That is question number one, right? Or the question can be, is it possible to completely simulate our intelligence, completely formalize? Or the third question, which is actually kind of a very critical question, is it the case that our intelligence or ourselves Is it the case that our intelligence itself is a formal computer? It is going down and down more. Is it a case that we ourselves are some kind of machines? One question is that can machines be made as intelligent as we are? The even more deadlier counterpart is it the case that we ourselves are some machines? And if this latter is true, then it will not make us very different, a bit different from matter. So that's where our challenge is that, you know, if we just allow this to happen, then in no time, this very concept that life comes from matter or we are matter, it will have a triumph. And so therefore, we don't want that to happen. So therefore, all these people who are like Turing and Gödel and Penrose, who were little godly and believed in the concept of soul and intelligence, which cannot be imitated, and that wonderful faculty of ours, namely computation, which cannot be imitated. So they have been proposing in their ways, one by one, they have been trying to defend this thing that our intelligence is something which is inimitable. Next slide, please. So therefore, one aspect of our intelligence is that we see truths and we deduce truths, right? We deduce truths. But however, if we want the computers also to deduce truths on our behalf, so we have to like equip the computer with a logic, with a proof logic, the proof system. That proof system, dear friends, whenever you hear the term proof system, you must know the proof system comprises of two parts, a set of axioms and a proof logic. The set of axioms, next slide please. So the set of axioms is fundamental assumptions. They are like self-evident truths, and the computer does not have to do much any hard work to deduce these truths. They are like, kind of embedded in them. And so this also begs for one question, that this axiom, which we have hard-coded in a computer, in a formal system as a self-realized truth, how come that truth, how come that axiom is so evident to us, right? So, so we should ask this question also. Next. So we are coming slowly, we are equipping a formal system, we're equipping a computer, deducing the truth. So we have to define what a proof actually is. The proof is a process of reducing one big non-obvious step to a bunch of small obvious ones. And these small obvious ones are nothing else but the axioms. You have got some big thing to prove, you just break it until you come out with a bunch of axioms. If you somehow, if using your proof logic, you're able to do this, you're able to break that, what they call the master statement into the set of axioms, rest assured you have actually proven one truth. For example, when you see that the fan is running, you deduce from this that electricity is perfect, the circuits are perfect, right? If the circuit is not perfect, the fan won't run. Next. So this is how you kind of deduce truths using your proof. You make, not you make the computers, formal computers, deduce truths on your behalf by making them capable enough to prove things using their proof logic. Next. In our cognitive conscious, to establish a proof, we follow exactly the same kind of tree method, but we are kind of, it is so quick and it's so spontaneous that we don't pay much heed to it, but more or less the same kind of things is happening in our consciousness also while deducing truths. Next slide, please. So, yeah, next slide. So, So we have got all these truths and the truths and their proofs which we are able to prove. And we now, this question was asked by, in a different fashion, by Hilbert. Hilbert asked, will it be ever possible that can't we have a day when all the mathematics or all our, cognitive abilities, they are formalized using one way or another? Or because if it is so, then machine can be made as intelligent as human being, right? जो कुछ भी हम सोचते हैं, if we are able to formalize it, then machines are as intelligent as are. Machines are able to prove, machines are able to recognize, and machines are able to compute the way we do. Next slide. So this thing is very important. This system comprising of formal symbols, formal languages with a formal grammar, axioms, is called as formal proof system. It's a formal proof system, right? We want a formal proof system, and we want such a formal proof system which is an exact replica of our gifted proof system, our gifted proof logic. So this formal proof system should comprise of axioms and a proof logic, right? This is very, very much inherent in propositional logic thing. Next. So what is mathematics? What mathematics is a process of translating human thoughts into written form using formal symbols. So there is a human thought. We have got all these set of human thoughts, whichever thoughts, I have got thousands of thoughts and you all have thousands of thoughts. There are trillions and trillions of living entities. They have got their thoughts. You just make a set of all those thoughts. Okay. And the book of mathematics is somehow trying to transcribe it, all those thoughts. And this set also has that gifted proof logic. You are understanding, Balramji? We prove things, right? So, so using forms, 1, 2, they're forms, they have forms. Using forms, we want to transcribe all of our cognitive abilities. Next. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So Gödel, I'm pretty sure all of you must be knowing Gödel by now. Gödel answered this question with his very famous incompleteness theorem. He says no. He says it is impossible to prove all truths using any consistent and formal system. It's impossible. This is called as incompleteness theorem. And he actually has proved this, that it will be impossible to prove all the truths, right? Next. So here, a set of axioms is complete if for any statement in the axioms language, either that statement or its negation is provable from the axioms. And a set of axioms is consistent if there is no statement such that both the statement and its negation are provable from the axiom. So the example can be given. Suppose if you go to a doctor for some ailment and we ask the treatment from the doctor and doctor gives us a treatment. And doctor is giving the treatment and says, after this, I don't know. For 1 month, you take the medicines. After that, I don't know what to do. So this is incomplete treatment, right? And the second doctor is, you go to a doctor who gives you the complete treatment. Okay, for 1 month you take this medicine, for next month you take this medicine, and then he makes a prescription. But at last he says, I don't know whether whatever I have prescribed to you will save you or kill you. Will you like to go to any of these doctors? No, right? You like to go to a doctor who is both complete and consistent, who is giving you the complete as well as consistent treatment. So, and one more example which is often given by these paradox making people is, if we want to go to some place, let's say we want to go to some place, destination X in the map, and we ask the passers-by, please can you tell me the way? So the passerby tells us the way that, okay, you go till this way, after that I don't know, right? This is incomplete information. He's telling us something very concrete, but incomplete, what shall I say, incomplete path, incomplete help. Whereas the other one, he tells you completely, but he says, I don't know whether it is true or false. I don't know whether you'll reach there. So therefore, this is, but still, the complete is that, now here is where it gets interesting. Godel says that, suppose passerby number one, he has told you some incomplete path, and you go here, and some other guy, he goes, you're so slowly you're progressing towards your destination, but you will never be able to make it completely to that destination, even though you may be, nearing it, approaching it. That's what is famous incompleteness theorem is. Incompleteness theorem says that we may be having a very complete set of axioms. Remember, the formal proof system has got a set of axioms and a proof logic. The Gödel says you may be having a very exhaustive set of axioms, but you will not have ever a complete set of axioms using which you can actually lay down, prove everything which is belonging to that particular system. That's what I'll show an example which will make it little clear to you. I'll just come to that example. Next slide, please. Yeah, next slide. So, yeah, this all I have told. Next slide already. So these are some of the examples, like the Penrose triangle. There is a Penrose triangle, and there is this famous liar's paradox. I always speak lie, but then this statement, we don't know whether it's lie or false, truth. This is statement itself. And similarly, the self-reference paradox, if there is a statement like this statement is false, we don't know whether it is true. We cannot assign a value to it, right? If we are in this system only, we are not able to assign a truth value to a particular statement. Next. So this example is something which I like very much, and this example has been produced by Penrose in his very wonderful, Penrose, his wonderful book is there, Emperor's New Mind. So he has told in that book that, we use this mathematical induction. Mathematical induction में क्या करते हैं? Can anyone tell? What do we do in mathematical induction? How do we prove using mathematical induction? Oh. So we have a base case, and we assume that something is true for n, and somehow we prove that fact is true for n plus 1 also, and so rest assured we deduce, or we confirm that it should be true for all n, right? This is called as mathematical induction. So next slide, please. This is an example of it. So how do you prove that 3 to the power n minus 1 is a multiple of 2? You just prove it for, assume it for n is equal to k, and then you prove it somehow for n is equal to k plus 1, and then rest assured, then you write, I have proved this. That's how the mathematical induction works. Next. But this example given by our Gödel is very interesting. He says, assume this famous this fight between Hercules and Hydra. He says the Hercules is fighting Hydra, and we have to figure out whether Hercules will kill the Hydra or Hercules himself will be demolished. Next slide. So if you are not able to understand the technicality, that's okay. Just try to get the spirit of it. So initially, the Hydra is having some number of heads, let's say X, and we are able to break that initial number with in such a way 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 2, it means you can see the base is 2 here. We are able to break the initial number in some equation where there is a particular base. Next slide, please. Now, with every head severed by Hercules, the Hydra is increasing its heads. How? Hydra is changing the base, first of all. The base, it was initially 2, now it has become 3. So now what will be the number of heads with the Hydra? This -1, because one head has been cut by, one head has been chopped by Hercules, right? So this is the number of head. So for every iteration, we can see that M1 is 18. Initially, it was having 18 heads, Hydra. With one head chopped, now the Hydra is having 7.63 into 10 to the power 12 heads. With chop one more head, now he's having 1.34 into 10 to the power 154 heads. So on, big numbers. Now, mathematical induction says that using mathematical induction, one will prove that Hydra will never be able to be killed. Using mathematical induction, one will prove that it is an ever increasing sequence of numbers, actually. Next slide. But, Hercules actually will be able to kill Hydra. So this is interesting. So next slide, please. This is called as that sequence I told, M1, M2, and all these things. This is called as a Goodstein sequence, and it was proved by Reuben Goodstein in 1944 that such a sequence eventually terminates at 0. So what's wrong with our mathematical induction? So, and there is a very complicated proof. They have used the ordinal numbers, not our natural numbers, ordinal numbers, and they are trying to, he proved it that way. Next slide, please. So what's wrong? Can anyone, it can be an interactive session because there is no next session, so we can have interaction also. we have to utilize the time. So what could possibly be the wrong with the mathematical induction thing here? Mathematical, no. This is not a mathematical reason. This is some conservation of mass and energy reason. बोलिए. Of? Yeah. Can you speak it out? Can you guess what that possibly could be? I want actually to hear. बोलिए.
I thought of a physical interpretation of this thing. Suppose you have some water and you're heating it up. Say I have water at say -10 degrees Celsius. I'm heating it up, and after some time I see it the water's temperature is -9, and after some time it's -8. Here I make assumption that after quite a lot of time, if I keep supplying the same amount of heat, it would be rocketing to infinity, like just we mentioned, but it would stop at 0 unless I apply the heat which is more than a specific amount. So here we miss the internal property of water, which is evident at 0 degrees Celsius.
So here in the case of mathematical induction, what possibly could be that missing link, which is because of which it is failing in this case?
Probably there could be a gap in mathematics.
Yes, incompleteness.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
what. So next slide, please. So because mathematical induction system, it being a formal system, it suffers from incompleteness. You know, it is incomplete. So therefore, in that system only, we have a truth which cannot be proven, which can be proved using the artifacts of that system. But it can be proved if we choose some other, external or alien to that system thing, right? So in fact, this Goodstein theorem is actually a Gödel theorem for mathematical induction. This is a statement by this is a this is a statement by Penrose only. Next. So this is the idea, dear friends. We have a system represented by the circle, which is called formal system 1. And in this formal system 1, there will be certain certain Gödelian kind of sentences or Gödelian kind of truths which cannot be proved within the system, within FS1, but it can be proved in FS2, which is much more, sophisticated. But Gödel's system will chase you. He will say, sorry, Gödel incompleteness theorem will chase you. Will say in FS2 also there will be certain truths or certain facts which cannot be proved or disproved. In FS2 you need FS3. Then in FS3 also you will have something. So it is like an ever, it is not going to. Are you planning to ask me something? Yeah, please, one mic. So it is. Yeah. So it is not going to stop haunting us, pretty much like that, walking towards our destination but never reaching our destination. No. Which coordinates?
Like you are going from FS1 to FS2.
Yes. Could be, yes. There are two different mathematical systems. In polar coordinates also there must be certain things which cannot be proved within the polar coordinates themselves. Pretty much like this mathematical induction, which is a powerful artifact, but then we have something which Hydra?
Kill Hercules. So, I mean, if we start, the Hydra will kill Hercules. So when we, let's say we solve.
Using FS1, no, we will not be able to prove.
We consider both. Hydra will kill Hercules and Hercules will kill Hydra.
Yeah.
So depending on the power, we will come to the conclusion who will kill whom.
Your question is, if we want to prove this truth, if we want to answer to this question whether Hydra will be able to kill Hercules, how is it different from the initial question?
Yeah, because it all depends on who has more power.
It is all about mathematics, not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mathematics is.
Okay, the basic idea is, it is not about, deducing whosoever is winning or whosoever is defeating. No, that is not the idea. The idea is that I'm talking about the fight between mathematical induction system, not the fight between Hercules and Hydra. I am talking about the fight between one formal system versus another formal system versus another formal system. And on top, at the end, there is Gödel sitting, hello, you all are formals. So you all will be suffering from some incompleteness theorem. Okay? Next slide, please. So, what possibly could be the reason if we, now I want you to, very rapidly kind of meditate, what are numbers? I mean, are they just 1, 2, 3, 4? What are numbers? So here, for our day-to-day mathematics, you know, and for solving many problems, we have devised certain artifacts, certain number systems, starting with the natural number, set of natural number, and rational numbers and real numbers, now complex numbers and ordinal numbers, and so many numbers are there. But what essentially is a number? Okay, I'll come to it. It is going to be interesting because that possibly could be the missing link, could be the reason behind the incompleteness theorem, right? That's an open question, but I want all of you to meditate, right? And I want all of you to help me with the answer. So we define in the set theory, when do we say that two sets are equal? When there is a bijection. Bijection means when there is a one-to-one correspondence between the elements of that set and the elements of this set. For example, let's say, it's a very easy question. Which one is, you know the cardinality of a set? 8th class में पढ़ाया जाता है ना? नहीं पढ़ाया जाता? Cardinality, what is the cardinality of a set? Cardinality set is the number of elements in that set, right? Okay. What is the cardinality of natural numbers, set of natural numbers? N. Infinite. And what is the cardinality of set of even numbers? Infinite. So which one is a higher cardinality? I mean, the set of natural numbers and the set of even numbers. The set of even numbers is not having the odd numbers, right? Now tell me which one is a bigger set, larger set? Maybe the young minds also can. Huh? Even numbers have larger set. How come? Extra?
Say I assign every even number to a natural number. Because natural numbers are what are countable in a way. So
anyone else wants to from that side? Niket, yes. Set of natural numbers, set of even numbers. Set of even numbers don't have odd numbers, which mean set of natural numbers have more number of elements. They have got odd numbers. So I'm asking which one has a higher cardinality?
Yes, sir. I think, sir, that cardinality of both these sets are same only because infinity is not defined. Like you are telling that even numbers obtained by just multiplying 2 with the previous set, but like multiplying with a constant doesn't change the cardinality if the cardinality of the actual set is infinite. So that is how both have same cardinality.
Yeah.
Of infinite.
So essentially, in the case of infinite sets like this, we define the equality of two sets in terms of their cardinality by ascertaining whether there is a one-to-one correspondence between the elements of both sets. So for every number in that set, in the set of even numbers, we have a number in the natural numbers. Do you agree with me or not? You choose any even numbers, there is a natural number in the natural number set. So there is a one-to-one correspondence. So therefore, if we find a one-to-one correspondence, we are sure that both the sets are equal in terms of cardinality. So this is a famous, very favorite topic of Dipankar. He uses fingers. He says, if you are able to, establish a one-to-one correspondence between elements of both the sets, you are rest assured that both the sets are equal in terms of cardinality. So therefore, the sets of natural numbers and even numbers, they both have the same cardinality, even though our intuition or says that it is having more elements. But next, Acha, how about set of natural numbers and set of rational numbers? Which one is having the higher cardinality? What is a rational number? ये बहुत fundamental topics है mathematics है. What is the rational number? Quickly, let's not. We have mics there. Yeah. What is the rational number?
Sir, any number in P by Q where Q is not equal to 0.
P and P? Okay, very good. So which one? In the so how many rational numbers are there?
We can't find it. Means it can be.
So the set of natural numbers and the set of rational numbers, which one is having a higher cardinality?
It must be same because all will reach to infinite again. The number of rational numbers are infinite. And
यहीं पे तो तुम गड़बड़ कर रहे हो. So anyways, यहाँ पे is this visible? These numbers may be a little blurred, but just try to pay attention here. See, the rational numbers can be written in the form of P by Q. What happened? We don't have the second talk. That's what was told to me. Okay, so so 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by so in this way we organize the rational numbers with numerator 1. Then 2 by 1, 2 by 2, right? We write all the, organize all the rational numbers like this, and we then traverse zigzagly like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in this way, we're able to assign a unique natural number or a unique index to a unique rational numbers, right? And this way we have established a one-to-one correspondence between the set of rational numbers and the set of natural numbers. So both are having the same cardinality. And next slide, please. And how about the set of real numbers? So what is a real number? Real number is on the number line. It is
any
having
number that can be
rational numbers as well as irrational numbers, right? So I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes to help you understand that how Cantor, he with his famous diagonalization, he proved that the set of real numbers has a higher cardinality than the set of natural numbers. So let us just concentrate on those real numbers which are having zeros and ones, right? So, and we write 0, 0, 0, 0 in infinity like this, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0, 1, 0, 1. These are all the, suppose if there were a correspondence between these two sets, then we would have ordered these real numbers in this fashion, right? Real number 1, real number 2, real number 3 in this way. But देखो यहाँ पे acumen of Cantor also deserves applause, please. Applause for Cantor. He's a very famous mathematician, and Gödel also. So Cantor, he says that from initial number, you just choose the opposite. So if it is 0, you will make a new number. Okay. So if it is 0, the first digit will be 1. Second one is 1, the second digit will be 0, right? So diagonally, he is constructing a new real number. It isn't real number, right? He's constructing a new real number, but in such a fashion, every digit is the inverse of the digit in that diagonal. So here, now this real number is not appearing in this list. It cannot be this number. It cannot be this. Why? Because it's differing. It's differing at, it's differing from S2 at this position, differing from S11 at 11th position, differing from nth real number at nth position. So in this way, we have formed a number, a real number, which is not having a counterpart in the set of natural numbers. So we have tried to prove all this exercise, and slogging was to help you understand how this set of real numbers is of a higher infinity than set of natural numbers. So therefore Cantor says there is not just one infinity, there are infinite infinities. Infinity of natural number is smaller than the infinity of real numbers, and then many infinities are there, infinite infinities are there. Okay, next slide please. So this idea that all the real numbers, you're trying to, trying to map all the real numbers with the natural numbers, that's not possible because it is of a higher infinity and it's a smaller infinity. Next. In a similar fashion, the number and the formal number, right? Now here is where it gets little interesting. हम जो नंबर बोलते रहते हैं अपने डेली लाइफ में 1 2 3 4 क्या है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई आस्क यू द क्वेश्चन, राइट, आई ऑलवेज आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन even before the submission of feedback form and even before the event has been completely closed. That's the beauty of it. The question is, let's say if I ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how much will you rate this summer school? Come on, let's answer. Let's be honest. Honestly, you can answer. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much will you rate? 8. Then another. Quickly. We'll still give you the participant certificate. Come on, tell me quickly. 9. Okay, and 8.5. Okay. पीछे से 10. Oh, you are really okay. And one more, something lower than 5. 7.9. Okay. हमने ये नंबर जो चूज किए हैं, हाँ बोलिए 8. Okay, good. Ladies 5 ना? Okay, 9. Okay. Anyways, अब देखिए fun part is we are feeling something about the summer school, about feedback, right? We are feeling something na, and we are trying to transcribe it using forms. I mean, do you appreciate it? We are giving some number to our feelings. Are you understanding? I am feeling this way, let me assign this number to my feeling. If I had felt a lot higher, I would have given a higher number to this feeling of mine. I mean, just try to understand how we are mapping the concept, some gifted concept of numbers with a formal number. 1, 2, 3, 4, these are all formal numbers, and those real numbers and complex numbers, they are all formal numbers. But inside us, there is a gifted, inside all living entities, dear friends, not only the human beings, all living entities, they have got, inside there is a gift of numbering system, and hence computation. Right? Every living entity is able to compute So therefore, the lioness, I always give this example. In the channel once I was seeing that one lioness, she was having cups, 4 cups, and 1 cup was missing. And lioness, she knew that I have 1 cup missing. She is not calculating formal calculation of 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Does she do that? I am a mother of 4 cups, 3 cups, and 1 cup is missing. No. She's not. Internally, she has got. Now, living entity has got this internally embedded concept of numbers, which cannot be completely inserted in a formal computer, right? Whichever concept of numbers we have in our conscience, we cannot do justice ever. हमारे हृदय में जो है उसको हम 1 2 3 4 करके we have made one arithmetic system, we have been proving since for our school days, but then here comes another mathematical system which is nothing else but another representation of our gifted numbering system and computation system. So that's why I said in the starting there is a difference between computer and formal computers. Living entity is a computer, laptop is a formal computer.
Could we please wrap it up in the next 3?
It is so interesting.
All of them.
I'm almost done, yeah. So living entity is a computer. We are all compute. All the living entities compute, all the living entities count. But the formal computers, the laptops, they, with the incompleteness theorem, which again is on account of the inability to completely transcribe our gifted number system, our gifted computation into the formal system, it will always fall short, which proves that we are of a much higher stature than any formalization. Next slide, please. Next. So this is the final slide. So the conclusion is that there is a difference between computer and formal computer. Remember, we all compute, right? But the formal computer, जिसको हम लोग रोजमर्रा के जीवन में computers बोलते हैं, वो formal computers हैं, formalization computers हैं. There's a difference. While us are computers, our laptops and so are formal computers, the latter falls everlastingly short of imitating the former, right? Imitating, matlab, that's why our computation is inimitable. Thank you very much. I stop here. Now questions.
Thank you, sir. I'm extremely sorry to interrupt you again,
No,
but yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we have few questions.
How do we explain calculation errors? Calculation errors that we do.
Calculation is another name for computation, right?
But we make mistakes, computer does not.
Yeah.
So how do we explain that? Is it a
the
part
calculation
of
still we do?
No, I'm saying, is it still because we are gifted number system that we make the error?
We are?
Is it because of the gifted number system that we make the error in calculations?
You know, it is not about failed computation or successful computation. I'm talking about the computation per se, the computation, the basic degree of computation.
You're saying about what we feel we assign, right? With
Right.
the formal number. I'm forgetting the name of this problem. There's this game show, and the contestant is told you have 3 doors, and there's a big prize between any one, and behind the other 2 you will not win a prize. You fail. So a contestant selects any one of the doors. The game show host, he will open the second door. He will open one of the doors which is not having the prize, and then he will give the contestant a choice that now which one do you want to select? Do you want to remain with the previous choice, or do you want to select a new door? So it became a very big problem in mathematics, because the probability of you winning if you change the door is 2/3. But normally when we think, oh, इस door में नहीं है, तो ये भी half, ये भी half. So if you shift it, so that is us assigning our numbers with a formal number system of 2 by 3. And it took a lot of continuity, because I remember in my childhood this game show would exist, Khulja Simsim, and they would a Monty Hall problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Monty Hall problem. So when I was a child, this game show existed, and once the solution came out, the game show stopped. So our understanding is that any normal person, when they say the door has opened, what is the new probability? Half and half. But mathematically, it's actually 2 by 3. And we can actually prove it by using a detailed explanation of that.
Yeah.
So similarly,
That's what.
Similarly, is our calculation error also a part of this? So there's a error, no, gifted and formal.
Yeah. I'm not talking. Error is never a criteria. Just because there is an error, that does not mean that formal computers are more intelligent. In fact, no formal computer is having an iota of intelligence. Intelligence is a quality of living entity. It can be falling, it can be mature. Everyone has got different intelligence, right? On account of karma. So therefore there is a concept of karma also. On account of karma, everyone is blessed with intelligence, mature intelligence, faltering intelligence. Some people, they never make mistakes. Some people, they make mistakes, right? But I'm trying to say that computers, formal computers, they are not having even an iota of intelligence.
They will do the calculations that they are programmed to do.
Yeah.
And they will do it accurately.
Yeah. They are simply, they are made to do, but they are not intelligent. They are not conscious of what they are doing. That's what is called as famous Chinese room example. Chinese room argument is, if there is a Chinese in a room who does not know any English, but he has been given a dictionary or grammar, okay, and there are 2 windows in that room. From one window, you give him questions in English, and he is supposed to reply to those questions in English, but he does not know English himself. But using this book of Chinese to English, and somehow he is actually able to answer those questions in English, but he himself does not know what he has done. He does not know what a question was, what he has written in this. So in this way, our formal computers, they are doing whatever they have been made to do, but intelligent or consciousness, no, they are not. Therefore, if you appreciate it, Ganesh, in the Turing test, you know what is a Turing test? Turing test is, there is a wall and there is one human being here, and on the other side it can be a human being or a computer. And the human being here, as Shushant, he has to tell whether the person on the other side is a human being or a computer. If the computer, if I am not able to, distinguish, it means the computer has passed a Turing test. So if the computer is only answering everything correctly, then I will say, okay, this is a computer. So computer has to deliberately make mistakes also, lie also, so that it means the computer has to imitate our stupidity also. What I am trying to say, the formal computer is neither intelligent nor stupid. This is what I is. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So there is one last question, and let's keep it a little short.
Claps, I have to close, or next question? Okay.
No. Okay. We have one last question. Let's keep it short, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for this nice talk. You equated human with computers.
I
mean, in essence, you said the humans are computers.
Humans do compute.
Do compute?
They compute. They calculate.
Yeah.
We all calculate, right?
Yeah. But the point is, when we consider intelligence, intelligence is not coming out from us. It's actually our brain. So computers are similar to our brains. It's
Intelligence is not coming from our brain.
Then
There are many brainless creatures also.
Hmm.
Trees don't have brains,
Yeah.
but trees have intelligence. There are many
So
amoeba.
how do you know trees have intelligence?
How do I?
We use our intelligence to understand that they have intelligence. Did you understand my point?
Their inabilities.
Yeah.
Yes. Then
So we look at certain aspects, then we say, because they are doing like this, we say they have a brain, or they are intelligent. But we use our logic to know that they are intelligent.
Yeah.
But they themselves cannot do anything.
we have in their using their own logic, the formal in the formal system itself, we have made a unprovable truth.
No, that's what I say. So let's say we have a brain, all the calculations are what computer is doing, our brain is performing all the calculations what's necessary.
Our brain is not performing all the calculations.
Then which one is doing the calculation?
That's a fun. We are performing.
No, we means what?
We, the soul.
No, soul is providing the inputs, the calculation is performed in the brain itself. So all these calculations, after we get, let's say, the result, or we give the input, then we get, depending on that, we say, we are like computers. But
That's what with my talk, I have purposely dropped some slides. If our intelligence were in our brains, brain has got many cells, but still finite cells. Right?
No, here this means the definition of intelligence needs to be defined first.
Exactly. That's why, so according to ancient Vedic literatures, the human, every soul, not just human soul, every soul, every living entity, it has got two kind of bodies. The gross body. The gross body includes brain also. And the subtle body. The subtle body has mind, false ego, and intelligence. The formal computer does not have the subtle body, intelligence. It has got gross body, but not a subtle body. So it is one step closer to proving that we are souls, right? And we are different from brain. We are different from any formal system. We ourselves are not any formal system, and a formal system can never be able to imitate us, and we are not formal system. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that is true, but the soul is not doing the computation. The computation is done in the intelligence
Soul
part.
is using
using
intelligence to compute.
Yeah. That's why the human beings, the soul is not a computer. That's what, isn't it?
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
very profound deliberations we had here. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'll just make a one sentence comment. Very good presentation. Maybe not right now. You can think also to, if possible, can have a precise some kind of relation between numbers and formal numbers. Some kind of A equal to B plus C, even though C is not well defined.
Yeah.
Some kind that way many come into picture which you want to convey.
Okay, because I think this this topic is so vast, we need more sections, some series to go in the nitty-gritty, but somehow. But soul is a computer which uses intelligence to compute. That's why not every soul is able to compute same way. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for the questions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sharma ji. So I would like to inform the audience that our performers are already here. So just after this session, we are about to witness a very beautiful Odissi performance. But before that, I would like to request Dr. Jayanarayan to to kindly come on to the stage.
Oh, acha.
And on behalf of Summer School 2022, I would request Dr. Janarayan to do IIT Tirupati to extend a token of appreciation to Sri Shushant Sharma.
That is computers, facilitating computers. Professor Jainaran today is a computer professor. So that's computer felicitating computer.
Thank you,
So
Dr. Tudu.
I'll go down now.
Thank you, Sharma ji.
Thank you.
Another short announcement so that your anticipations are not dying down just after the Odissi. We are about to go for a not this time not a single destination but multi-destination trip in and around Puri. So the destinations will be, we will start from here. Vehicles are arranged, we'll start from here and the first destination will be Tota Gopinath Mandir. This is a very important temple in the history not only of Puri but Vaishnav Sampradaya. After that, we will be visiting Gambhira and then Haridas Thakur Samadhi Mandir. So in Puri, most of us come and we go usually have darshan of Lord Jagannath and we miss out many more important places. And in this short summer school of only 3 days, I think this is not enough justice to be given to the places in and around Puri, but still we have to manage with just 3 today. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce the performer as well as a brief introduction to the performance she is about to give. So as you are about to witness, our performer is a 12-year-old girl, if I am not wrong. And yeah, so she is Subhashrita, and she is an Odissi dancer, child actor, public figure, spiritual influencer, and traditional model, currently living in Jatni, Odisha. She started learning and performing Odissi from a very tender age of 4 years, and from Guru Rosalind Sundarai. Now she is under the guidance of Guru Srimati Kasturi Patnaik. She has performed Odissi in many international and national forums, festivals, and programs in and outside Odisha. She has also worked with Prarthana TV channel in making traditional bhajan albums. She has also represented India and showcased her culture, Odissi, in international forums amongst 108 countries under Healing Our Earth initiative by United Kingdoms. She has been honored with many prestigious awards. Yeah, these applauds are not enough, it seems. She has been honored with many prestigious awards like Kalki Gaurav Samman 2020, Bharat Kala Sanskriti Award 2019, Debasi Kala Visuddhi Award, Nritya Jyoti Award, Nritya Shri Award, and a lot more. So, audience, with big round of applause and all our energy, let's welcome Subhashrita. And in a very few words, I would like to tell what she is about to perform today. Today she will be performing Dashavatar, followed by Mangala Charana, the initial dance of Odissi. Dashavatar is a pure Odissi item based on different avatars of Lord Vishnu. After that, she will be performing an Abhinay named Molli Mala Syamaku Devi. So those who are from Odisha, I hope they can understand, they can get the feel better. So Molli Mala Syamaku Devi. This Odissi Abhinay is truly an immense part of Rasa, where gopis are trying to bind Krishna in their love. So again, with a big round of applause, Subhashrita. I think the clap shouldn't stop, huh?
नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे শীতিরাতি বিপুলা তরে তবতি স্থাতি পুষ্টি ধরণী ধারণ কিণ চক্র গরিষ্ঠে কেশব ধূত কচ্ছপরূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে। वसति दर्शन शिखरे धरणी तवलग्ना शशिनी कलंका वलेव निमग्न केशव धूत शुकर रूप जय जगदीश हरे। तव कर कमलवरेणा कमधूत सुगम ललिता हिरण्य कशिपुतनुगम केशवधूत नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे। छलया शिविक्रमणे वले मधुत वामन वदनखनीरा जनित जन पावन केशव धूत वामन रूप जय जगदीश हरे। क्षत्रियरुधिरमये जगदपगत पापं स्नपयसि पयसि शमितम् वितरसिरीक्षूरणे दिगपति कमनीयम् दशमुखमौलि वलिरमणीयम् केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे वहसि वपुषि विषदेवशनं जलदावम् हरहति भीति मिलिताय मुनाभम् केशवधृता फलधररूपा जय जगदीश हरे निन्दसिया ज्ञाविधेरः स्तुतियातम् सदय हृदय दर्शित पशुघातम् केशवधृता बुधा शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे Jaya शुभदं भवसारं केशवधृता दशविधरूपा जय जगदीश
Graceful, mesmerizing, expressive, phenomenal. I'm falling short of adjectives to describe how I feel right now about her performance. Subhashrita, your performance just blew my mind. It was extremely beautiful technique matched with dramatic artistry. It is remarkable how you demonstrated Lord Vamanadeva here with very innocent, smiling face of a kid or a child, and then immediately, very fluidly, you transformed into the very angry form of Lord Parshurama. Hats off. This angry swaroop of Lord Parshurama, the different swaroops of Lord. This much I can add on behalf of the audience here, that your performance took us back to some very beautiful pastimes of Lord Vishnu. Thank you for that. And your focused efforts are truly appreciated here. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Subhashrita. And on behalf of Summer School 2022, I would like to request Shri Varun Agrawalji, Director, Bhaktivedanta Institute, and Professor Sujit Roy, Dean Continuing Education, Indian Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar, onto the stage and extend small token of appreciation and gratitude to Subhashrita. Subhashrita, may I call you onto the stage again and receive this felicitation? Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. As rightly pointed out by Shri Varun Agrawalji, I must have been truly mesmerized to have lost focus of that there was still more to it, and no one could be happier than me, I think. So another round of applause. It is said that the most beautiful things are usually not seen and even touched, they are felt. So it was one such occasion. Thank you, Subhashrita. And I had once noticed a quote on the walls of a dance academy. It said that to see us perform or to see us dance is to hear our hearts speak. So we now understand. I now understand what is the true meaning behind it. And one thing that I would like to add to it that I have, because I'm from a family where my sister, my family members have been Sambalpuri dancers, Odissi dancers. So one thing I have noticed seeing them practice is, as we all know, she was smiling throughout her performance. Apart from the portrayals where she had to show some other expressions, and especially in this last performance, she was smiling all through. And once she had finished, she is trying to catch up her breath, and till now she is trying to catch up her breath. So imagine the amount of effort she had to put in, and amount of effort she had to put in to hide those efforts behind a smile. So I think our claps are not good enough for her. So Subhashrita, this is for you. Anyways, without any further ado, I would request Sri Varun Agrawal ji, Director, Bhaktivedanta Institute, and Professor Sujit Roy, Professor, Sir, Dean, Continuing Education, IIT Bhubaneswar, to come onto the stage and extend an appreciation and a token of appreciation to Subhashrita. Subhashrita, once again, the stage calls you. Something? We all know that in our life, sir, we all know that in our lives, our mothers play a very important role. I would like to give the stage to the mother of Subhashrita and tell a few words.
पहले समस्तों को हरे कृष्णा। मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ भक्ति वेदांत इंस्टीट्यूट को जे कि हमको इनवाइट कर चंती। थैंक यू। हरे कृष्णा।
I think I interrupted Professor Roy. He wanted to say something. So with this, the official day comes to an end, only to be followed by another beautiful trip around the city. So I would repeat the schedule and the itinerary for today. We would be visiting Tota Gopinath Mandir, and then we will be proceeding to Gambhira, and then finally we will be going to the Samadhi Mandir of Haridas Thakurji. So our dinners will be following us. So for the participants, we will be having excellent biryani today. So biryani lovers, this is a change for you. So yeah, that is the actual change. So this is a veg biryani. So those who have the notions that biryani cannot be vegetarian, this is a big change for you.
So there is another name for biryani. It's pulao. So, so those who want biryani can consider that as biryani. For others, it's pulao. So it's already packed and ready. When you are leaving, you can collect it from there. So we can have when you feel hungry, whenever you want. Okay?
Unlike yesterday, we will not be going to our accommodations today. We will directly be leaving from here to the destinations. And unlike Jagannath temple, you can carry most of your luggages, or obviously apart from your chappals. So we will directly be moving to our destinations. Our vehicles will be coming to the front. Thank you. And let's all of us reconvene tomorrow at 8-ish for our breakfast and then the rest of the sessions. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.